Hello, Martha. Can you see me and can you hear me?
Yes, Yasmin, I can see your screen and I can hear you clearly.
Thank you. So I'm here with my peer Martha, and in this video, I will be continuing on lesson 18, starting with 18.6, listing. Previous listings were done by Martha. So I'll be first looking at how to connect a subscriber to the user. So over here we have our REPL code, which I test in the terminal. So we are looking to connect the subscriber to the user. So we've already created our subscriber here with this REPL code subscriber.create, and we used the name John, and I created a different email testing today. And we then have middleware here where we set the test user to user, and then we return the subscriber by using the instance subscriber.find1, returning their email. And we have those two emails, when they're the same, connected to each other. So we connect it by setting the subscriber to the test user. So when we test that in REPL with this below code, it should connect and then return the console log message user updated, which I have already done in my REPL. So moving along, we have our CRUD method, which is a very important method for our model when working with databases in general. So C stands for create, R for read, U for update, and D for delete. And we have them in more detail here. So we're using the create function, but this has two parts. So we have new, so we're creating a new user, and we also have create, so we're creating a new route for that user. And we have read, which displays a single record, and we have update, which uses the edit and update actions to modify existing records, and delete, which is self-explanatory. It removes a record through the delete request. We have two new HTTP methods that we'll be working with. The first is put. So put is for update, and again, delete, self-explanatory, it deletes our data. So we'll be looking at our controllers again, and we're going to be updating them. So previously, the controllers that we were working with, we had the module export object. So each actions we were creating, we would export it each time. So we had a lot of export objects in our controller function. If you look in our lesson 17 controller, so as you can see, in our home controller we have export showcase, show courses, export index, export respond with name. Same with our subscriber, we had a lot of export functions. So we want to make our test, sorry, not our test, we want our code to be more smooth and more flexible. So we're going to be using one module export object literal. So this is going to be exporting all our controller actions. So whenever we want to add a new object, we just add it rather than including a new export function. So I hope that is clear so far, Martha.
Yes, that's clear as well.
Amazing. So now we have our index that we'll be building. So it's the index EGS. So we're going to be looping through our user variable to create a new table for each user we have. So as you can see here, we're looping for each user, and this loops through the array of users in our view. And we're going to be creating this index action to render in our user controller. As you can see, it is done here, res render user index, so that will be displaying, and we of course have our error message in the console log, and adding user controller to our main JS file, of course, so everything is updated nicely and cleanly. So we first have our console, we're requiring that pathway controller for user controller, and also setting up the root using app.get user and then user controller.index. So cleaning up our action. So our index action is designed only to serve an EGS file as it stands now, but we also might want to, update this, add new functions and objects. So we want to break down our data in a more flexible structure where we can update this easily. So we also modify the index action in our user controller. And we did this by adding the middleware where we run the query in index action only. So as you can see, we have our res local users equals users. So this stores the user on the response and calls the next middleware function if we have it. So I hope that's all clear. Just to see if the index file is working fine, let's just test this. So node main.js, so localhost users. Oh no, it was working earlier. Let me just save this. Users. It was definitely working earlier. I'm not sure what's changed. But yeah, I think I will end the video now because it's not displaying an error either. Could it be because of the main? No, it can't be because of the REPL. Let me just try removing this and see if, because that's the only error I'm seeing. Okay, let me test this one more time. Users. Okay, no. I think I will stop the video here. Alright, Martha, thank you. I hope all was clear. I will definitely be troubleshooting this to see what's gone wrong because it was working a few minutes ago. But yeah, thank you for
No
listening.
problem.
Bye.